So, good morning. I'm Becky Page. I am one of your Diamond Ambassador uplines, and I'm excited to walk you guys through this really short training on Ambassador 201 training. So, without further ado, I'm going to share my screen with you guys. There we go. Okay, so here's our PowerPoint. And again, if you're listening by phone and you're able to, then you might want to take some notes. But I am going to record, so you can always go back and watch the recording so that you can see this PowerPoint that we're using. So this week, this is week one. We've already gone through New Ambassador 101 series, and now we're going to cover some of the even deeper issues that you get into as a new ambassador. This week's going to be on IPA, and I'll explain what that means, follow-up and customer care. So next week, we will cover the power of three and duplication. We'll also cover integrity and doing the right thing, and self-sufficiency, personal leadership, and development. So make sure you join in next week if you're able. And if you've just joined with us, you might want to go ahead and mute your audio, and that way we won't have any disturbances. Okay, so let's talk about IPA, which is better known as income producing activities. I think a lot of you guys probably got involved with Plexus because you saw someone talking about it on social media. And sometimes it's easy to think that working your network marketing business is really just being on Facebook during the day. And we're here to tell you it's not quite that easy. It is a lot easier than getting up and going to your 9-to-5 job every day. But let's talk about income producing activity. It is the most important activity or task that you do for your business. And being consistent with your income producing activity is what gets your business growing and gets it to have momentum. So this doesn't need to be hours. You're not having to set aside 3 to 5 hours every day necessarily to work your Plexus business. In fact, setting aside 3 15-minute increments in a day, or even sometimes 1 15-minute increment that you work really solidly focused, that's better for your business. So let me give you some examples of income producing activity. One would be directly reaching out by either calling or emailing or Facebook messaging or texting people that are on your Franks list. If you don't know what a Franks list is, we cover that in our 101 series, and it's also included in your success kit that you got with your welcome pack if you signed up in 2016. If you signed up previously, then you can purchase those online, or we can give you some of that information as well. But your Franks list includes your friends, your relatives, your acquaintances, your neighbors, your kids' friends, and some of your service organizations. That's where you make a list of your 100 people that you think could benefit from Plexus, whether it's they could benefit from the products or perhaps they need the business opportunity. But this is when you would directly reach out to them in some way and ask them, hey, have you heard of Plexus? Have you seen my post? Do you have interest? I'd love to talk with you more or share a sample with you. 2 would be following up with people who haven't inquired, or who have inquired, sorry. You might have reached out to them, but perhaps they've never responded, or perhaps they even told you no at one point. This is called follow-up. And guys, I can't tell you how key follow-up is to working your business. So many times I have been contacted by someone who maybe sells a skincare line, or perhaps they're selling some other product. And I either say, well, sure, I'm kind of interested, or maybe I don't respond, or I might say, right now it's not really a good time for me. And I never hear from them again. And I bet you money that you might have reached out to someone and they haven't really given you much of a response. In the beginning, it can be intimidating and you think, I don't want to bother people. You guys, follow-up is so crucial. So this would be another example of something you can do that's an income producing activity. Let's talk about what IPA is not. And this is one of the biggest struggles, not only for new ambassadors, but sometimes for seasoned ambassadors or people that have actually ranked up. They get to thinking that scrolling through Facebook and commenting or liking people's posts is income producing activity. It's not. In fact, Facebook is sort of like Target to me. Let me give you this example. When I walk into Target, I might just be there for toilet paper or diapers. But rarely do I go directly to that aisle and buy my toilet paper or my diapers. In fact, what I do is I tend to meander because it's kind of fun. I get distracted. Something's pretty over there. Oh my goodness, look at these new fall mugs. Wow, we really need some coffee mugs for fall. So you know how it is. Facebook's the same way. When you walk in, you might be there for one thing, but guaranteed you're going to get stuck for an hour. Okay, so that's not income producing activity. In fact, I often tell people, if you've made a list of people you want to reach out to, don't get on Facebook. Sit there and focus. Send those messages. Don't do anything else. Don't look at any other posts. Just stay focused. Posting on Facebook about Plexus isn't really income producing activity. You'd think it would be, right? Because we tell you that if you really want to use this as a business, then you need to be talking about it and posting about it. But really, personal communication is much more powerful than your public post. Perhaps you've done some public posts and maybe some people have responded. Maybe it hasn't gotten any likes at all. That happens a lot. Don't be discouraged, because what you really want to do is personally reach out to people. It's much more powerful. Now, let me say this, it is more risky. And if you've got fear about how people are going to perceive you, that might be something difficult for you. I understand, but it will definitely produce more income than just one public post. Watching training videos or listening to calls or reading your success guide, crucial to your business, but not income producing. It's great to get you trained. Like those of you that are on this call today, it says volumes about your determination and your loyalty to following through with this. But it's not necessarily going to produce any active income for you, is it? Organizing your office, chatting with Plexus friends about best practices. I sometimes get stuck on Facebook threads or chats or Messenger. That's not necessarily income producing. So let's talk about your DMO. These are all these acronyms we use. This is known as your daily method of operation. This is what you want to do every day. And if you're watching this PowerPoint, you can see that it says daily activity is the cure to what ails your business. So the very first thing, you guys, that I want you to understand, because this is so crucial and this is something I try to apply every single day, is you want to use the 5-3-1 method. That means that you reach out to 5 new people about Plexus, you follow up with 3 people, and you connect with 1 team member for training or motivation. Now, if you don't have any team members, and I wouldn't expect a lot of you to since you're new, then that team member is you. Like today, you're working on getting trained. You're covering your 1 for the day. Training yourself counts, especially in the beginning. In fact, even more so in the beginning of your Plexus journey. Training yourself counts as the 1 in your 5-3-1. But you still want to reach out to 5 new people and follow up with 3 people. Maybe they've been previous customers. Maybe they've just been someone that liked your post. Maybe they've been someone that says, yeah, I'm kind of interested, but I need more information. Follow up with them. Here's what we call the weekly perfect 10. Here's an example of weekly activity goals. So you've got that 3 + 3 + 3. These are the follow-ups. Plus the 1 is yourself equals 10. That's what you're shooting for. You want to directly share the Plexus products with 3 new people. Directly share the Plexus business opportunity with 3 new people. I want to hit pause right here, because I think for a lot of new ambassadors who have yet to experience the paycheck, that maybe it's that first time that you earn $250 with Plexus. There's something about that number, and I tell people, you know, for a lot of families, $250 a month isn't that big of a deal unless you don't have $250 extra dollars a month, and then it's a really big deal. That can cover some serious bills, whether they're utility bills or a car payment or some other bill that you've got going on. That helps relieve burdens from a family. So maybe you're not there yet, but guys, it is so doable. If you need that and want that, this is when you want to talk to your sponsor or your uplines and say, how can I do this? This would really mean something for my family or for myself. But sharing the business opportunity, you guys, there are so many people on my team that perhaps they didn't really understand the health benefits, but what they really needed was a change in their family's financial future. And so I shared the business opportunity. You want to know what happened? They got the health opportunity in to boot. So share the business opportunity with 3 new people. Then train, coach, and encourage 3 team members, even if that team member is you, even if you're a team of 1. And then here's the other great thing. Attend 1 event. And it can be an opportunity event, a training event. It can be online. You guys are doing that right now. So again, you've got that 1 event. checked off for this week. So let's go into follow-up because I was speaking about it earlier. If you can see the sales statistics here, it says 48% of salespeople never follow up with a prospect. 25% make a second contact and then they stop. 12% of salespeople only make 3 contacts and stop, and only 10% of them make more than 3 contacts. Okay, here's the key. I'm reading this out for a reason. 2% of sales, 2, are made on the first contact. 3% are made on the second, 5 on the third. Now here's where it gets big. 10% of sales are made on the 4th contact. Do you have the guts to follow up with someone 4 times, especially if they tell you not now? Guys, 80% of sales are made on the 5th to the 12th contact or follow up with that person. So I think that's clear. To make 80% of those sales, you can't be afraid to stick with following up. This does not mean bug. Let's talk about what follow-up looks like. We often say the fortune is in the follow-up. You want to use testimonies or stories that connect to people's hearts. It's a great way to follow up. I have a very good friend who said she was looking for a job opportunity. And I was nervous because I thought, gosh, I feel so weird offering her Plexus. But you guys, I really, really believed it was what she needed. So I sent her some stories about that. Frequency of follow-up is a personal decision. And it can also depend on the relationship. If it's your sister-in-law, that's going to look a lot different than if it's your old college roommate's little sister that you met maybe 6 or 7 times. Does that make sense? 2 to 4 weeks is the average ballpark of how frequently you want to follow up with people. And again, it always depends on your relationship with them. I will tell you though, follow up on life and friendship too. You don't want to make people think that you're hunting them down. It doesn't always need to be about Plexus. In fact, the beauty of Plexus for me is that it's relationship marketing. It is reconnecting. I have reconnected with so many old friends, and Plexus has allowed us to not just have a business relationship, we've deepened our relationship as a whole. You also want to keep records and a list of who you reach out to, even if it's who's liked or commented on your posts, because a lot of prospects will fall through the cracks if you're not keeping good record. I can't tell you how many times that's happened to me. Let's shift now and talk about caring for your customers. Relationships aren't sales. I mentioned, not being a hunter. You want to be a farmer. You want to cultivate relationships, not hunt people down. So try to listen to people and really hear about what their health goals are. That helps you guide customers to what products may help them reach their goals. Now, this obviously means that you've got to be well trained. I will tell you that the toughest customer for me are women who are 50 years or older, because they grew up in a culture, and granted, I grew up in a culture, my daughters are growing up in a culture where we're so focused on looks, and we are focused on weight loss in a really unhealthy way. But women in their 50s and older, they were really, really taught that skinny means healthy. And so weight loss means health. It is very difficult for me to explain to them, hey, these products are plant-based, natural, good for your body supplements. They are not going to cause you to lose 10 pounds in 2 weeks. So if that's your expectation, then we've got to talk about what healthy really needs to look like. So listen to them, and you might need to explain to them, hey, the triplex combo, yeah, it's not only geared towards weight loss, but you need it because you're describing to me some symptoms that sound a lot like gut issues or autoimmune disorders. Once the customer orders and before the products arrive, you really want to guide them on the best way to take the products, how much water to drink, how to take their measurements. I always tell people to stay off the scale. And guys, if you are administratively gifted, you might just want to create a document that you can send to your customers. I call it customer expectations. Here's what to expect. You get to be their coach on the Plexus products, and you get to check in with them every few days after they start the products to see if they have questions. You also want to check in about every 3 to 4 weeks and just offer them some support. I call it troubleshooting. A lot of times I'll tell people, don't be afraid to share with me any discouraging symptoms that you're seeing, because I really want to help you troubleshoot, find the best regimen. Sometimes your customers might need a different mix of products, and it's okay if you don't understand the products right away in the beginning, because your sponsor and your upline are here to help you learn what to suggest and know how to help your customers. And listen, guys, happy customers often turn into great ambassadors. So this is why you want to provide great personal customer service. Let's talk about preferred customers. I encourage everyone to order preferred, not to benefit me, although it does, but because as a preferred customer, they get a monthly auto order or an auto shipment, and they get an immediate discount off the retail price. And you, personally, as their ambassador, get a preferred customer bonus. So each product that someone buys at the preferred level has a cash bonus attached to it that gets put into your paycheck for the month on the 15th of the following month. A preferred order can be canceled anytime just by either the customer online or by them calling customer service. And you can also call customer service on behalf of your customers and help them cancel any orders. So it has to be canceled 15 days after the original order. In fact, if someone today decides to order preferred and then they call me later and say, I want to cancel that, I'll say, well, we've got to wait 15 days. So we can hang in there for that. But you also get to offer to help manage your preferred customer orders, and you give them basically a higher level of service, and it means that they're more likely to order preferred over retail. Plus, guys, they don't run out of products, and that's huge. If you've ever had someone order Plexus, but then they forgot to take their products every day or they ran out, people forget. So it helps when a monthly auto ship comes. If you provide this level of service to your customers, then you want to keep a calendar. By the way, in your back office, all of you have a back office, you can pull up a customer report and see when someone's original order date was and see when their next auto shipment is. And that can help you keep track of, hey, how are you doing? You've got about 15 days until your 60-day money-back refund is over. Are you feeling confident with these products? Are you wanting to get a refund? That's just that higher level of customer care. Make sure you check in with them about 3 to 5 business days before their order is going to process, and this gives them time to make any changes they might want to. Also, and this is key, a little confusing, so preferred customers get an automatic discount, but on their 4th consecutive month of ordering, they begin receiving an additional 10% discount for that month's order and all their future consecutive monthly orders. Now, these are people that order every month, okay? So let's talk about retail customers and the 60-day money-back guarantee. Most of your family and friends will order preferred if you explain it to them, but sometimes you have those that just don't want an auto shipment. Maybe that sounds a little too committed for them, and that's fine. Just don't forget about your retail customers. Make sure you keep them on that calendar as well and check in with them and remind them when it's time to reorder. Say, hey, you're about to run out of your products. How have you been feeling? I'd love to hear. Every customer, both retail and preferred, gets a 60-day money-back guarantee. And have I mentioned that Plexus is a debt-free company? 60-day money-back guarantee, totally debt-free company. You have to know that Plexus is doing something right. When a customer orders through your website and they want to return the products for a refund within their 60-day window, then they or you need to call customer service and get an RMA, which is a return merchandise authorization number. And then they just return those unused products or the empty package. Plexus accepts empty packaging to Plexus with the address on a packing slip and their confirmation email. And you put the RMA on the outside of the shipment. It goes straight back to Plexus. And once those are received and processed, depending on each person's bank, it can take maybe up to 1 billing cycle for a refund to be complete. So this is for you to be able to educate your customers. Okay, let's talk about converting customers to ambassadors. This is one of my favorite things to talk about. When you have a customer who's loving the products, make sure you explain how the ambassadorship works by explaining these benefits. They don't have any requirement to carry inventory. This is not, I'm not even going to use the name of some other network marketing companies, but this is not a certain skincare line where my mom had constant shelves and shelves and shelves of boxes of products that she was responsible for, that she had to purchase and then sell to people and deliver to people. This is a small investment, $34.95 a year, and that covers their website and all their customer service. It also covers the shipping department, marketing department. There's so many things you have access to, training, online trainings. 2 price points to join with products priced below wholesale. So welcome packs are either $133.95. That's the joining fee plus these products, or they're set to $233.95. This is for the bigger welcome pack. Parties aren't required. We don't have to do parties. Praise Jesus. You've got a full internet business. Everything goes through your website, including shipping delivery. 3 to 5 customers can yield a paycheck enough to cover your own personal products. And guys, I will say 3 customers ordering triplex will more than cover your products. You have no monthly quotas. There's no personal purchase. There's no gotchas. There's no contract. You're not signing away something. You can turn off at any time without penalty. Then let's talk about converting, we're still talking about converting customers to ambassadors. So when a customer is ready to become an ambassador, then they go to your website and they just click Join Plexus. You've got a little window that says Shop Plexus or Join Plexus. They click Join, and then they select either upgrade to an ambassador. It's a little box down there if they've been a preferred customer, or if they're a brand new customer and they want to become an ambassador, there's a big box. You can see it if you go onto your website. They'll need their customer number handy. This is if they're a preferred customer, so that the system recognizes them as a previous customer who's upgrading. And when possible, it's always a good idea to walk them through the joining process. A lot of times I'm on my phone and I'm on my own website so that I can see what they're clicking. Okay, now click this box. Okay, now we're gonna order your welcome pack. Here's what you want to choose. It's just helpful, I think, part of the service we provide for helping people sign up. And then once they join your team, you want to make sure to get them plugged into education and training, Facebook groups. So I know personally on my team page, the Well team page, we want to do welcomes. And then another thing I do is I shoot a Facebook message to my brand new person. Even if they tell me I have no interest in selling, all I want to do is get my products at wholesale. I say, great, I just want to introduce you to my sponsor on Facebook so that you'll see some of her posts as well, just to get you connected. This is relationship marketing. So I send a private message to my sponsor with my new person just saying, hey, Andrea, this is my friend so-and-so, and she's been taking the products. She loves them. She's only here for wholesale, but I just wanted to introduce you guys. So getting an ambassador started, getting them the info into their hands that they need, we're going to cover that in the 201 session next week of week 2. But today we just wanted to give you some of the basics on customer care and income producing activity. That's it, guys. 20 minutes, short, sweet, and to the point. I'm going to post this recording later so you can go back and look at it if you need to. And then just be thinking today about your daily method of operation, your 531, and who you can reach out to or follow up with today, okay? So thank you guys so much for being on the call, and I will see you online. Have a great day.